And happy day before Easter, everybody. We're here in Walmart, and take a look over the electronics, see if anything new is over there, see if we got Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Probably won't have the Steelbook, but you never know. We'll check and see if they got it. I don't think I'm going to get anything in particular, since I've already pre-ordered the Steelbook, or at least I did, but I'll explain that in a little bit. I'm heading over there now. And it does not look like they have it, or really has updated a whole lot over here. Nope, same stuff from before. But we do have Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the 4K set. And the DVD. There's Hard Eyes. Yeah, that's the only new Sonic the Hedgehog thing they got, is the 4K Blu-ray combo and the DVD. I don't know, was this ever here before, or is this new? Baywatch Remastered for $50. I don't know, I've never seen this here before. And like I said, this hasn't been changed out recently, and I think it's going to be changing out soon, because I saw some of these slip covers earlier, but no, it looks like we're going to get out of here without buying a whole lot, or anything at all, so yeah, quick trip, let's head back home. Before we get out of here, what the heck are these? Care Bear's jumbo baskets for Easter. Grumpy Bear. Yep, Grumpy Bear. My favorite Care Bear. Cheer Bear. What else do we got? That is... let's see. There's some peeps. There's peeps in here too. Is that all they have? Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know who this last one is. Doesn't say on there. Yeah, I don't know all that much about Care Bears to really know. I just know that's Cheer Bear, and I know that's Grumpy Bear. So as I said, it was a real quick trip out to Walmart just to see if they had any other new releases besides Sonic, and of course they didn't have the Steelbook. I'll talk about that in just a second here, about the Steelbook and all that type of stuff. But before we get to that, not a bad day today. I saw probably my new favorite movie of the year in Sinners, which I'll talk more about that in my Talking About the Movies review, which I'll record tonight, and that'll be up on the site tomorrow for Easter Sunday, so definitely check that out. But we've got a stack of some new movies here that I've gotten over the last week, so let's just go ahead and run through some of these real quick. And most of these are from Amazon, one's from Mercari. And I'll start off with this first one here, because I have a resale shop that I go to down the street where I get some stuff and I sell it online, and I usually get more than what I pay for. Usually I paid like about, what, I think the most I've ever paid for something down there is like 20, 30, 50, 20 to 50 bucks at the very most, depending on how big the thing is and how much I can get it for online. But check your resale shops. If you have a resale shop or a thrift shop anywhere, make sure to check them, because sometimes you can find a little gem every once in a while that you think you could sell, and then you realize you don't have this in your collection. Case in point, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I do not have this on DVD or Blu-ray. I don't have a physical copy of this, and I've wondered to myself, why don't I have a copy of this? Because this is one of the great comedies of all time. And yeah, found it down there. It's the 2-disc collection, so you get both discs inside of here. Yep, there's that. And yeah, I did not realize that I did not have this in my collection. And it's one of the best comedies ever made. You know, classic lines all across the board. And yeah, I saw it down there. It was only $2. Had to get it for the collection, because yeah, I don't have a physical copy of this. I'm shocked that I didn't, because I've seen this movie so many times, and I thought to myself at one point, I've got to have this in my collection somewhere, and I did not find it in my inventory. I didn't find any place in particular where it might have been at, so yeah, as far as I know, which, you know, if the last couple of weeks have been any indication, I don't really know too much, because I sometimes think I don't have something, and then I realize I have it. But I'm about 99.9% sure I do not have Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So yeah, that's sticking with me in my collection. Now these next 4 things here are from Amazon, and first up we have the one Blu-ray I have this week to show off, and it's a It was online for a very cheap price. It's a very underrated Dustin Hoffman, John Travolta movie, and that is Mad City. Now, I have the DVD for this with the clipper case, but this is the Blu-ray that came out a couple of years ago. Directed by Costa Garvis, also features Blythe Danner, Alan Alda, Mia Kirshner, Ted Levine, Robert Prowski. Very, very underrated movie. I think it's a lot better than people let on. And good movie, man. A really good underrated film. Definitely one I highly recommend. It's a really good movie, and it was only like I think $9, I think it was, on Blu-ray, so I couldn't pass it up on a deal like that. So next up, continuing the collection I have of Abbott Elementary, we have the latest season, or the season that just came before this latest season, Abbott Elementary Season 3. The DVD set just came out this month, I should say, because it came out at the beginning of the month, and it was only $16 on Amazon, so I picked that up. And then last but not least from Amazon, I've been wanting to get these for a long time, and now that the show has now sadly come to an end, figured why not get them now, because I love the original show. And of course, I like the remake too. Now, I will say the first season is very, very slow of this. This is, of course, Frasier Season 1 and Season 2. Like I said, the first season starts off really slow. The first couple of episodes are not that strong, but in the second half of the season, it really does begin to pick up the pace. And Season 2, I thought, was really damn good. I was really looking forward to seeing what Paramount Plus would do with the show going forward. And sadly, the show is now canceled, and I don't think they're bringing it back. But hey, at least I'm happy to know that I have the first 2 seasons on DVD for when that day comes when Paramount Plus decides to take it off their streaming services, because that's what they're all doing nowadays. But last but not least, and I'm very happy I found this online for the price I did, because this is going for, like, I've seen some places where it's going between $70 and as high as $110, and I only found this on Mercari for $45. Shameless, the complete series. Now, I thought this was coming out in a couple of weeks, on May 13th, but this has been out since March. And I'm looking on Mercari, and I found this on there for $45. It was brand new. It's open up because I opened it up myself, because when I opened the package up, some discs were actually kind of loose in there, but I put them all back in there. But Shameless, terrific show. Ran on Showtime for a long time. 11 seasons, I think this show was on for. Justin Chatwin and Emmy Rossum. You have Jeremy Allen White, Pre the Bear. Of course, William H. Macy's in here. Shanola Hampton, Pre-Found. I mean, just a really good show. And coincidentally, I was just talking about Chatwin and Rossum in Dragon Ball Evolution yesterday. On time about the movies, and definitely the much better thing that they were both involved in that actually worked in their favor. But this is a massive box set. I mean, look at how many discs there are in the back there. I mean, there is a lot of them. They made a lot of episodes of the show. And I had been catching up with the seasons on DVD for like the first 9 seasons, and I never got to seasons 10 or 11, but I have this now. It'll be a nice replacement for all those DVDs that I gotta go find downstairs, because they're like behind a bunch of stuff. So once I find those will all be on Mercari to sell, but this puppy is mine. And like I said, $45. Couldn't pass it up. A great deal. So that's Shameless. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself, where's Sonic the Hedgehog 3? I thought you said you pre-ordered the Steelbook months ago. Well, I did. And now it's time for some story time, folks, because Walmart.com screwed the pooch on me, because I pre-ordered Sonic the Hedgehog 3 back in January when the Steelbook pre-order listing came up, and usually with Steelbooks, I usually pre-order them as soon as they come, because you never know how quickly those things are going to sell out immediately. Like, a lot of the Disney Steelbooks sell out quickly. Like, I think Tombstone sold out. And I pre-ordered Captain America Brave New World this week, so I had that ready to go. So hopefully by the time next month comes around, I'll have the Steelbook for that. And I also pre-ordered Sinners a couple of days ago. But I pre-ordered this back on January 17th, I think it was. But I bought it with another Sonic set that I showed off a couple months ago. But so the time was coming for when it was coming out, and it said on the website, pre-order should be delivered by April, should be on the way by April 14th. So it's Monday, April 14th, and I'm looking online. I'm waiting to see if the package had been delivered, and there was nothing. So I thought, okay, maybe they're just waiting to get it to me. Then Tuesday comes around, so I wait until the day it's supposed to come out to see if it actually came in the mail, coming or not, and still nothing. It was still pre-order prepared by April 14th. Like, nothing had changed. And maybe I thought, maybe they sold out so quickly, and maybe or something like that. Because I went over to the listing on Walmart.com. There were still 8 copies available on Walmart.com's website on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. So I'm wondering what's going on here. Then I waited for Wednesday, no updates. And then on Thursday, I finally just went to the Walmart website and tried to figure out what was going on. They said it had been delivered. Now they said it had been delivered, but it never got to me. It never got to me, and I'm just waiting there, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what's going on here? Because I pre-ordered this 4 months ago. I pre-ordered it so I had it, and Walmart never updated it. Never told me that when it was coming in the mail. They said, "Oh, it's already been delivered." How can it already be delivered if you didn't update the listing for it? Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. So, bottom line, I essentially canceled my Walmart order, and luckily I found it on Mercari for pretty much the same price I would have paid for if I paid for it on Walmart's website. So I'm not losing I'm not losing any money on that. I'm getting my money back from Walmart, and I basically paid for it on Mercari. So it'll more than likely be here for the next episode that I do, next movie stuff episode I do next week. But I also pre-ordered the Amazon Steelbook, the Amazon exclusive Steelbook, the one with Shadow on the front of it, because the one that Walmart has is the Sonic one. And I was also pointing out that my debit card in the last week or so got hacked, and so I had to cancel that card and get a new one. And that, I thought maybe that would have been the reason for it, but because I paid for the thing at Walmart with that card, and then I paid for the thing on Amazon with the same card. But Amazon didn't say anything about it being pushed back or anything. All they said was it's arriving at the end of the month. So I'm going to assume that's going to be here between the end of the month or the beginning of May. So, because they didn't say anything about the payment being declined or anything. Because I would have thought that, if the card that I had used beforehand didn't work, surely they were going to tell me that, hey, your payment's declined, you're going to have to use your new card. And Walmart, I would have thought would have done that, but no, they didn't do that. So, bottom line is what I'm trying to say here is that I don't have Sonic the Hedgehog 3 this week. I'm hoping to get my copy next week. More than likely going to be first from Mercari, and then the Amazon Steelbook will be coming shortly after that. So that's why I don't have it with me today, unfortunately. But so there you go. That's all the updates I have this week for the new stuff I picked up, and the update on why I didn't get Sonic the Hedgehog 3 this week. But with that said, speaking of updates, let's continue to update my look at my Blu-ray and DVD collection all throughout the house, and continue on with the next section of the house I want to cover. Starting off, we have Yellow Jackets Season 1. I have to get Season 2 at some point. Pretty good show overall. I was actually kind of surprised when I bought this for the first time. I never saw the show on Showtime, but bought this on DVD at a Target when the second season was coming out. And that was actually a pretty good show. I actually really enjoyed it. I gotta watch Season 2 at some point, though. We have Family Guy, 20 Greatest Hits. This is the 20th anniversary DVD set, which features 3 discs worth of Family Guy episodes, all I guess with music-based stuff inside of them. Reno 911, The Hunt for QAnon. Great underrated show, Suburgatory Season 1. Unfortunately, the rest of the seasons have not been released, unfortunately, but great show overall. Really enjoyed it. Daria, the movie, is it fall yet? I got these because I thought they weren't included in the complete animated series set, or they were different versions compared to the ones released regularly. But even then, I think these ones had a lot of music copyright issues, if I remember correctly. So there's that one, and then there's Is It College Yet? And then we have The Goldbergs, seasons 1 through 6. The other seasons have yet to be released on DVD, but honestly, I don't know if they ever will, but really funny show overall. Really enjoyable show. So there's all 6 seasons that have been released on DVD thus far. Here's all my Simpsons DVD sets. The original first season release from 2001. Season 2. Season 3. 4. Then 5. And 6 with the Homer head. 7 with the Marge head. 8 with the Maggie head. They actually got this one at Circuit City. In the last few years they were here in existence. Season 9. I couldn't find the Lisa head, unfortunately, so that's why this is just a regular set. I don't know why I bent that, but I'll fix that when I put these back. But I did get Season 10, the Bart head. Season 11. Season 12. Season 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then, of course, the 20th anniversary season. And then last but not least, and that's first set there, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, It's a Beautiful Day collection, the very first edition of the Mr. Rogers DVD collections. And then next up, we've got all the Family Guy box sets that have been available. Volume 1, Seasons 1 and 2. Volume 2. Volume 3. Volume 4. Volume 5. Kind of sticking together here. Volume 6. Volume 7. Volume 8. Volume 9. Volume 10. Volume 11, Volume 12, Season 12, Season 13, Season 14, Season 15, for some reason these are swapped, Season 16, and Season 17, which is the last widely released season on DVD. There's been some other ones available on Mercari, but and eBay as well, but those are the ones that I currently have right now. And of course, you have your Family Guy, but you got to have your American Dad as well. American Dad Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, Volume 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and of course 14. And again, that's all the seasons that have been out so far. Next up, we've got every season of The American Office. The Office Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, Season 8, and Season 9. Then every season of Parks and Rec, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6. I don't have Season 7. Why do I not have Season 7? That's weird. I just want I had Season 7 somewhere. It's probably back there. I just gotta look for it. But New Girl Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, and the last season. There it was. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Parks and Rec Season 7. Of course, the last season. Now we're getting to South Park. South Park Season 1, the Warner Brothers edition. I kept this one because this one has exclusive features that are not available on the Paramount editions. This is, of course, the very first edition they put out. Season 2, this includes the bonus disc that includes the first episode, the pilot episode. And then you've got the regular sets, Seasons 1 through 5, Seasons 6 through 10, Seasons 11 through 15, Seasons 16 through 20, and Season 21 through 25. I just bought this one, so I was able to get rid of some of the older sets I had. So this is the newest version of that. We have South Park Post-COVID, South Park Season 26, South Park The Streaming Wars, South Park Joining the Pandaverse, South Park Not Suitable for Children, and South Park The End of Obesity. And to wrap up that last section, we have Beavis and Butthead, the complete collection, which includes everything, including the original show as well as the 2011 remakes. Oh, and also the movie as well. Not the remake, the 2011 revival. This does not include the current revival, which they were going to put out on DVD a long time ago, but then they canceled it at the last minute, and nobody knows what happened to it. But hopefully one day it gets released. But this is everything, including every TV episode up until the reboot came out, and the movie, music videos, all that's included in this disc right here, this set right here. And last but not least, this last stack of movies I have over here. Of course, we got to have The Price is Right, the best of The Price is Right, which includes the last episodes with Bob Barker, All-Star Family Feud, Best of Password, Game Show Moments Gone Bananas, The Best of Match Game, Saturday Night Live seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this, one of my earliest DVDs I ever got, the Saturday Night Live 4 collectible set. Dana Carvey, Chris Farley, Mike Myers, and Chris Rock. One of my earliest DVDs I ever had in my collection. This came back out all the way in 2000 when I got my first DVD player for Christmas. And then last but not least, this Zach right here, 30 Rock. Of course, you gotta have your, with your Saturday Night Live, you gotta have your 30 Rock. Seasons 1, Season 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh, and 7, the final season. And then, of course, you got to have your Eastbound and Down, seasons 1, 2, and 3. All 3 seasons of that. Oh, 4 seasons. I'm losing it. Batman 80th Anniversary 18 film collection containing all these different Batman animated movies, including classic ones like Mask of the Phantasm. And then the Superman 80th Anniversary Edition, which includes these movies. And then Cougar Town, seasons 1, 2, and 3. These are the only seasons that ever came out on DVD. Excuse me. This is a Black Panther Everything Film Arena Blu-ray set, which includes the steelbook inside of there, which is basically the regular steelbook that first came out. One of many Black Panthers will have it. We'll see coming up on this. Modern Family Season 1. I kept this one because it has an exclusive bonus disc that's not included in the Modern Family Complete Series collection, featuring all 11 seasons. This was a Target exclusive, as you see right there. And here we go. All 11 seasons on this one big 34-disc collection. I'm watching the show again. It still holds up. It's really, really funny. So there you go. That's everything that I have over in this particular section of my collection. So, and then we've pretty much covered everything in this particular room so far. So as I said before, that's pretty much everything up in this particular room. This is the easiest part of the whole collection in particular, because in the back we've got all those stacks of Blu-rays that I got to go through, and that's going to take a long time to do. And then the Blu-rays downstairs as well, so we are not done yet by any means necessary. We've got a long way to go, so be back here next week for the continuation of the Blu-ray and DVD collection. And with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time for another episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.